Eating more to lose weight. Let's talk about that phenomenon today. It's going to be a good one. Grab your coffee and let's get into it. We're back.
We're back.
Feels like forever.
It does, huh?
It does feel like a long time because the way our filming schedule is.
Yeah.
But we are back. We are still on the set of Off Topic, but that is going to change probably another month or so, I would say.
About a month.
Yeah, we're well underway on the other studio, but it's like we're at that stage where everything is a disaster.
It is.
You know, like when everything has to get worse before it gets better.
You always say that.
That's how it is.
I know.
I'm just trying to deal. We have tons of furniture in the garage. We have all kinds of stuff everywhere, but I'm excited. It'll start to now. It's going to be at the phase where it's going to start coming together.
Yeah. It's going to be dope.
Yeah.
I mean, we did some moves in a short amount of time.
Yeah. Well, exactly a year ago is when we moved out of the room and into the back gym, and that's when we started making our moves. But I'm excited about the new scene, the new set. I think you guys are going to like it. So I would say maybe another month or so. You're going to be stuck here on our set of Off Topic. Is the heat wave over? Do you know?
A little bit more today. 90s, not as bad.
No.
I think like 94, I think, or something. I saw inland. But after today, it starts calming down in the 80s, and eventually we dip back into the 70s. All next week is 70s.
That's wonderful.
I know. This is just brutal for this time of year.
I literally can't believe how hot it has been. I don't remember it ever being this hot in October, like 105 degrees.
Yeah, it's got to be a record. And also, I don't remember it being this hot in the goddamn summer. Summer's over.
It never got this hot in the summer.
No, it was weird. It was like 80s. It got some days 90s. I don't remember triple digits, though.
No, me neither. But like this is a mind F.
I wonder if this heat wave has anything to do with what's going on the East Coast with the whole hurricane. If something's thrown off.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't.
That's crazy over there. You know that like
they got hit with the one not too long ago.
No, but this is supposedly like a really bad one.
What is it? Back to back? I mean,
yeah.
Asheville, North Carolina just got demolished. In some parts of Florida now, there's another one coming behind it.
Scary. I know that a friend of ours, she said that she made like a little bunker underneath their staircase. They have food, they have water, pillows, blankets, and they're just going to kind of like hunker down because it's literally coming right over them.
Candles. We live on the East Coast, especially over there. Even us, we should have one as a backup generator. Always have a backup generator.
She said they'll definitely lose power. She goes, for sure we'll lose power. I don't know how long we'll be without power, but we're going to for sure lose power. And I told her to keep us posted, but
yikes.
That's crazy. So prayers to everybody who is in the eye of the storm. It looked scary seeing everyone like trying to evacuate, and the highways were packed, and it was just...
Did you catch... I haven't caught the news like that. I saw little glimpses this morning at the gym.
I've been not really catching the news as much as I catch like people I follow that live in Florida, or clients have been telling me. Because I don't really believe what I see on the news too much. I know. I like to talk to the people that are there.
Yeah.
To see what's really going on. All right, you guys, a little bit of housekeeping. Follow us on candidly_with coffee on Instagram. Leave us a 5-star review on Spotify or Apple Podcasts. And if you're not already a member of our YouTube channel, become a member, become part of our inner circle for our weekly show Off Topic, which we're on the scene of Off Topic right now. And also you get after shows and just other like BTS stuff. You also get a little badge next to your name. It's a cute little to-go coffee cup and some special emojis. And you guys have been using those emojis lately, and I've been loving it. I saw you even used it.
You saw me use it?
Yeah, let's go. You put let's go on someone. It's cute.
Yep, I did.
It is cute. All right, you guys, shameless plug for Jay's Body Bootcamp because the wait list is open for BBC number 15. Yes, BBC 15. I can't believe it. Body Bootcamp 15. It's my number one rated weight loss program for women. It's 8 weeks. You learn everything you need, basically crack the code and, learn what it takes to reach your goals once and for all. Amazing community. It's a great program. I love it. And I have the wait list open. So on the screen, if you tap here, you can add yourself to the wait list, or down in the description, there will be a link. And I highly recommend getting on the wait list because I always do a little promo for the wait list. And also it's a guarantee that you're going to get in. So make sure you add yourself to the wait list because the registration will be opening in a couple of weeks already. It comes around so fast. And if you are in Body Bootcamp right now, comment on this episode. Let everybody know why they should join. Don't take it from me. Listen to the community because they love it. Everybody really loves that program. It's something I'm very, very proud of.
When does it start again, your next one?
Next one is in November. It's in like mid-November that it starts, but registration opens November 1st is when I will be opening.
That's perfect to keep everybody accountable through the holidays. Keep them on lock.
Yeah, and I have some things planned, some like workshops for navigating the holidays and just some extra bonus stuff. So it's gonna be a good time to join, and it'll be a good way to go into 2025 with the right mindset and get in front of it rather than doing a bunch of damage. So
true.
Yeah. So Alyssa was here and she's gone. She actually left today. That was kind of scary when she texted me yesterday. So she actually left yesterday. She was on the plane, texted me she had already supposedly left at noon. I get a text at 12:40 p.m. and it says, we're turning around back to San Jose. We hit a bird. And that was it. Then she didn't reply.
She left you with a cliffhanger and then some.
I swear that girl gave me a heart attack.
Why would you do that?
And I was like, well, it didn't say like, I love you, Mom, kiss the dogs for me or anything.
Oh, my goodness, yeah.
I figured, okay, if it was more urgent, I think she would have texted me something different. So I'm just going to put negative thoughts out of my head. I didn't even get up and tell anyone. I didn't tell you guys, but I was like sitting in my desk like a basket case for about 30 minutes.
Ooh.
I looked on Yahoo News, like see if there was any like crazy news about plane crashes or anything. Oh God, it was just not fun. 30 minutes, but
no.
This girl, man, she kills me sometimes with her communication.
Terrible.
And then she came back and then she left this morning. So then she leaves this morning. She had to rebook her flight or whatever. Stayed a little bit longer. It was fun because we were able to watch Love is Blind together last night or whatever. It was a nice trip. But then she leaves this morning. She's back on the plane, but right before she takes off, she decides to send me a text message. And the text message says, major drama going on with Tyler. And then no response because she's in the air. Mind you, Tyler, her brother, my son, is the one who took her to the airport. So I'm thinking maybe something happened with Tyler this morning. Another moment of panic that I had to wait for her to reply back to my text message. She was referring to Tyler from Love is Blind.
Jeez. No, I knew there was no drama with your son. I saw him this morning. He looked calm as a bird.
I know, but
it had to be a different Tyler.
I hadn't seen him. And then I was like, Alyssa, you really need to give me some context if you're going to text me something about someone named Tyler. And she just said, oops.
I think she does that on purpose to mess with you sometimes.
Do you think she does?
Maybe. She probably has a little sickness to her, like in a deviant way to just leave you with a cliffhanger.
I was like, listen.
Not give you full context.
My cortisol levels right now are already running a little on the high side. You and Tyler were discussing before the show because I'm a little short. I'm a little, short. What would you say? What would you call it?
Short. Impatient. Yeah.
Yeah. So things like that.
Moody.
Just
snappy.
increase the cortisol.
Of course.
And so it's harder for me to bring it back down. You know? I need to bring it back downtown. I need to all the way back down. Usually on Sundays, I actively work on bringing my cortisol levels down. You have to be mindful. You have to be like proactive about doing that.
Yeah, true.
Because if you don't, and I'll start the week off already like, increase. I work on Sunday. Now, this Sunday, I'll be honest, I wasn't as good about bringing the levels back down.
What'd you do?
I worked.
Oh.
And I usually try not to work too much on a Sunday so that I can work on that. And I can tell the difference.
Yeah.
It just started me off higher. And then, my patience is wearing.
So imagine most people running around with high cortisol and not bringing it down at all.
Mm-hmm. I know people like that.
At least what we do, I think for me, and probably for you now, is it's very relaxing and soothing to start the day off walking to the gym, get some fresh air, some vitamin D, just kind of, all right, we're going to go to the gym, work out. So I look at it like we're going to go play at the playground, work out. I look forward to that, the little things. It gets me a little excitement, you know. We need to look forward to things. And I think when people are just all revved up and pumped up and fired up and angry, and I just listened to a podcast with Dr. Andrew Huberman and Joe Rogan, and one of his colleagues did something on a test on a guy's brain on a scan, where it tests for sexual arousal. It tests for certain parts of the brain where brings it like fires off. Anger is the worst one that fires off. I don't know how to explain it. I'm not a scientist, but it makes the brain fire the worst, the anger part of the brain, whatever part that is.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah, that's why you said people love to go on Instagram and fight and drama, and they like to
because they're like addicted to that.
Yes.
That adrenaline.
Yes.
/ dopamine response of some sort. All right, you guys, let's take a little break for Transcend, and we'll be right back. Hey everyone, I'm super excited to share a special offer on something I've personally been using and taking and absolutely love. It's the NAD Plus injectable. This is a favorite among celebrities. I've heard tons of celebrities talking about it on podcasts lately, and it makes me even more excited that I'm taking it. Kind of like a fountain of youth kind of thing. I can totally see why. NAD Plus has been a game changer for my cognitive health, energy, and overall wellness. Right now, Transcend is offering an amazing 20% off NAD Plus and other cognitive health peptides. If you're already a Transcend patient, just reach out to your wellness specialist to take advantage of this deal. If you're not a patient yet, now's the perfect time to join the Transcend family. Use my link, transcendcompany.com/ESCOElite to book a consult and find out which peptides are right for you. Don't miss out. Improve your cognitive health and overall wellness with this amazing offer. All right, hot topic. The Menendez brothers documentary came out. I watched that actually with Alyssa as well yesterday. And the LA district attorney has announced that they are officially reviewing the case and seeing if there is cause for a resentencing. And I really hope this is kind of their last chance. It's called a habeas corpus, and it's a motion to dismiss the sentence. And basically, they'll review the case, review the new evidence, and determine if there's a cause for either resentencing or retrial. I really hope it's just a resentencing.
No, this doesn't have to go against, to the Supreme Court?
No.
No? Well, it's good.
No,
that's tough when it has to go to the Supreme Court.
I don't know if maybe it gets denied. The motion gets denied if they can push it up. I don't know. But Kim Kardashian came out on her platform in support of them, which is huge.
Yes. Yeah, she's been supporting them.
Yeah, so that's huge. So hopefully, I don't know. I really do hope. I listened to it. There was a lot of phone calls from prison in their documentary on Netflix. And they had a lot of really, it was very interesting, their perspective and on things, and really sad too. Really sad. I want to talk a little bit more about that in the after show, but that's where we kind of like dive deeper into the hot topics. But let's go into comment corner. And we have this comment, T Piers 6934. I've watched your videos now for quite a while, and I binge watched the videos when I first started watching, but I've been off track for a little while now. When I didn't get the results I thought I would when I started watching, and I'm trying to follow the plan, which is why this video hit home again. No one is going to do it for me. Stick with it. It's hard for different reasons. I'm not a member of the gym, or I don't have time, etc. But it's sticking with it seems to be the key, and being consistent. Also, as someone commented, I'm 62 and I just want to get fit. You're such a good motivational speaker. Thank you. Yeah, she was commenting on our episode 557 where we talk about how you can't give up. You just have to stick with it. You're going to want to, it's easy to throw in the towel. That's the easy thing to do when you don't get the results that you seek, because you think that the things you're doing today are going to give you results today. But like you pointed out in that episode, what you do today is giving you, is for the future.
You build up your bank.
Yeah, it's for the future.
True. Not
for now. You're not going to reap the rewards of something that you're doing right now until later.
Yeah, Do you want to get out of a chair when you're older and you're 70, 80 years old? Do you want to be in a walker, or do you want to be upright walking to the gym or working out? Do you want to lift things off the ground, or you have to call someone over to lift things for you? You got to think about those things. And someone's not always going to be around to help you. You got to be able-bodied. I just read something. A friend of mine sent me something about something like along those lines. What you do now, your 90-year-old self will look back and thank you for what you do now. What you do now, I'm like, man, if only that were true. 90's pushing it. A lot of us aren't making it to 90. But you know what? Regardless, that's a good statement. Like, yeah, your future self's going to thank you. It's not going to be mad. It's going to either be mad at you, like, you screwed us. Look what you got us to. We're horrible. Or thank you. Look what you built. I always say this. I go back to my 13, 14-year-old self and thank you, kid. Look what you did. Look what we built. I planted the seed that many decades ago to get to where I'm at now.
Yeah, I mean, I could think that. I guess I could think that way, right? A little bit. I'm glad that my 22, I think maybe I was 23-year-old self, 23, I think. I'm glad that my 23-year-old self decided, like, no, I was not going to settle because, you know, I felt defeated and I was overweight and I thought this is just going to be impossible. But I didn't just give in. I didn't give up and I didn't give in. And even with no resources, no support really, I figured it out. And I'm so glad that I did that, because even if I didn't always do things the right way, or, you know, I didn't have it all figured out, I never gave up.
Never gave up. And don't you wish you could go back and thank your young self, like, thank you for not giving up on us?
Well, yeah, that's what I just said.
Because you could have been in a different predicament right now.
No, exactly. That's the point. I guess I have my 23-year-old self to thank. So because I could have it would have been so easy for me to make that other choice and just, you know, give in.
Big time. Easy. It's easy to give up. I don't understand why people just give in. Time stops for none of us. It's going forward. You might as well just keep grinding with that time. Just keep going forward. Don't worry about instant results. Stop chasing the results. What you need to chase is consistency every day. Win the day, win the week, win the month.
Yeah, you know, when I did that, when I was really focused on, you know, making a change and wasn't happy, it wasn't a common thing for moms to look not like moms. There was a stigma. If you were a mom, you looked like a mom.
Yes.
You know, that's changed, obviously, with social media and over the past 20 years.
Oh, yeah.
That's really changed. It's now become it's the norm for, like, you know, the cool girl, hot mom, whatever is kind of more normal.
Yes.
But it was not. That's why, like, that movie American Pie, it was a big deal that it was a MILF.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
That was a big deal back then, because moms weren't hot.
No.
Moms
never.
were moms, okay? They were wearing, like, the Portuguese ladies wore their bata. We called it the bata, right?
We call that too in Spanish.
You know, they get their hair done once a week in their funky ass hairdo.
Funky.
And they're all kind of like a little overweight, you know.
You're being nice, kinda. That's an understatement.
Yeah, well, anyways.
You better call it what overweight. Yes.
That was the norm.
You're right.
That was norm.
And then men my age don't know how to let it go and have that ugly ass crown of head around their head and the balding in the middle. Like,
yeah.
Who the hell told you guys that in any way, shape, or form that is cool? That looks hideous. And then you buy a fucking toupee and try to glue it on, and that looks even worse. Like, stop it, let it go. It's funny.
Yeah.
Same thing. Like, I think older men, and due to movies and certain characters, the Vin Diesels, the Joe Rogan, the Rock, the Stone Cold Steve, baldhead dudes are winning, man. You know, rock your shit. Don't be fucking ashamed of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, be proud.
I will say, I was watching The Golden Bachelor, and which is a good season, right? It's a Golden Bachelorette. Sorry, I'm watching that right now. I like it. It's a good season. I love the camaraderie with the men and everything.
Yeah.
But I was like, where are the hot older men? Because they did not cast a single solitary hot older man in that cast. They're not like, where's the Sylvester Stallones? Like, where are they? Why didn't they cast some hot men for this woman? I mean, they were all look like, you know, old men.
Old men.
Like
they didn't look like at least a fit old man. Like, okay, you're older, but you're like fit.
I
you're
mean,
in
maybe
shape.
some of them are. Well, we'll see. Because in the next episode, apparently it's like a Magic Mike episode where they take their shirts off. So we'll see. But it doesn't look promising right now. I'm like, where are the Arnold Schwarzeneggers, the Sylvester Stallones? Who are some of the other fit old guys? Is The Rock older? How old is The Rock?
The Rock's like 52.
Okay, The
He's
Rock.
up there.
Yeah, like where are these? Where are them? I don't know. Anyway,
Exactly.
they couldn't find him apparently because she's fit.
She looked fit. I saw
she's
that.
super fit. All right, next comment. Rachel Melton was commenting on the episode 557's Hold My Coffee. I never understood why people go into other people's social media and argue. I mean, if they don't like what you're saying, scroll to the next, or either not happy with their life or are jealous. If you don't have nothing nice to say, don't say it. And she put in one of the inner circle special emojis, super facts. She posted.
Uh-oh. She used
Super
my
facts.
word.
So true though, right? Like I still, and I just don't think I will ever know why people comment negative things on other people's social media pages.
That's all they do is they go around all day long looking to stir shit up, comment negative stuff.
The only time you will see me comment anything that's even a tad negative or rude will be a reply to a negative comment on my own page. Because in my opinion, they came to my house and insulted me.
Yes.
To me, that's like walking in my front door and
Yeah.
telling me your couch is fucking hideous.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm going to reply. Actually, I don't. I mostly I do not reply. But what I'm saying is, if there's anything in the stratosphere of the internet that's rude or negative from me, it is only because it is in response to someone who was in my house.
True. And they don't realize that. You came on my page, homie. I didn't come on yours.
This is my house.
Bumping your gums.
All right, let's take a little break for 1UP Nutrition. We'll be right back. When it comes to the best supplements to support your muscle building and fat loss goals, 1UP Nutrition has you covered. Their gut health supplements have been a complete game changer for me. And I have to say, their protein powders are my absolute favorites. Mike and I literally order the peanut butter cookie and lemon Italian ice protein powders by the case. They are that good. With so many delicious flavors to choose from, 1UP Nutrition makes hitting your protein goals easy and enjoyable. So whether you're looking for supplements, protein powders, or anything in between, shop 1UP Nutrition for all your needs. And don't forget to use Janine to save at checkout. That's code JEANINE. All right. Really quick, before we get into eating more and that leading to weight loss, I want to just do a quick shout out for the fact that it's Sober October. There's a lot of people right now who are not drinking for the month of October.
I totally forgot about that. Sober October.
Yeah.
It's too bad, though, because they're probably going to feel the best they've ever felt in a long time. And then come November, they're going to go back to the old.
Yeah, but you know what? I truly believe that every time there is something like this, Sober October or Dry January, that it will bring more people to the sober side because they'll realize like how much better they feel.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because there's so many things that it improves.
Yeah. I recently had a client who he indulged a little bit and was like, now I know why I gave this up. Now I know why. Without a shadow of a doubt, I'm done. Okay. Just remind yourself of that ugly feeling the next day.
I mean, you know what's funny is I must have told myself that so many times when I woke up with a really bad hangover. The first thing that comes to my head was, I'm never doing this again.
Yeah.
You know? Or I would say, you know, why do I do this to myself? That was the thing that bothered me the most, was that you couldn't feel worse and it was self-inflicted.
Self-inflicted. Everybody's walking around mad and tired and angry and just not themselves. You're doing it to yourself. It's you. It's all you. It's not external forces. It's not your family. It's you. You got to take the blame. You got to be held accountable for your actions.
It's crazy.
It's yourself. It's true.
It's just a matter of the difference between drinking one or two and then drinking too many. I used to hate when I went to the bathroom. It's usually when I went to the bathroom. I would go to the bathroom at whatever bar I was at or whatever, and I'd sit on the toilet, and the stall would spin a little bit, and I'd be like, shit.
Ooh, you knew you're in trouble.
That last drink was one too many, and it's too late. There's no going back, because you got to understand, it takes a while for those drinks. What happens is people drink too fast, and they all collide at once, right?
Compounding.
Yes.
Yeah.
because they're thinking, oh, I don't have a good buzz yet. So they keep going. Like, no. You're not fully buzzed from that drink you had 15 minutes ago yet. Like, chill.
Yeah.
It's enough. And
you're right.
I wasn't really good at figuring that out early on in life. I got better as I got older, but I still, like I said before, I was always good for one bad hangover a year.
Towards the end, though, both of us drinking, where it would just be casual. We'd have a onesie, twosie. We were really good at not getting towards the end when I finally gave it up, I was good with just one. Two would have to be max. We're not driving. But I was good at the cutoff. I got real good. I didn't go overboard like my younger years.
Yeah.
My younger years, I would have went, it's on now. Once I caught that buzz, I'm going all the way.
Yeah.
So I got older, like, okay, I caught a buzz, I'm good right here. I knew. I got better, I guess.
Now I don't need my own hangovers to remind me why I don't drink. I just use like my kids. Like Alyssa was hungover on Sunday.
Oh.
And I just looked at her, and she couldn't even form a sentence. She couldn't form a sentence. She crawled into my bed. I was like, what are you doing? I was in the shower. I was like, what are you doing? She couldn't even really form a sentence. And she had pho in the kitchen. So, she got herself soup, and she was hurting kind of all day.
I just, like I told you today when I walked in your room, I said, man, feel good, man. I just feel good, energetic. Everything feels good. I'm not doing that to myself ever again. I feel good without it. I don't need anything. I don't need weed in my life. I don't need alcohol.
It's that maybe it's the peptides, NAD plus. I really feel the difference. Yes. I think NAD plus gives me like
you're right,
a little energy surge.
Yeah,
that lasts a couple days. I really like it, as I take it once every 3 days, I think. And that's one of the ones that's on sale for October. You guys should try NAD plus. I'm telling you. So I think someday, like maybe a decade from now, when I'm, what am I right now? I'm 48. So when I'm 58 and I still look 48, I'm going to be able to say, hey, it's that NAD plus I started taking 10 years ago.
Now that I like that. That's a challenge. We're going to challenge ourselves. You see what she just said? That's goals. A decade from now, we want to look like how we're looking now. Let's do that. That'd be badass.
Yeah.
That'd be like, look, oh shit, look. Because why not? We could defy society or society standards, like what people they used to age ungracefully.
Right. Now, one of the benefits of NAD plus and some of the other things that I take was preventing or preserving the pigmentation of your hair. I have to say, there's got to be something to that, because I should be a lot more gray. I literally have 2 gray hairs. I'm going to ask my hairdresser. I go to my hairdresser this week. I'm going to see if she spots any more, but I literally have 2. I don't have any on my root line or my hairline. I just have 2 up front, and I'm 48. My mom had tons of grays. My sister had grays already in her early 40s. There's got to be something to that.
Yeah.
Because I should have more gray hair by now.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And my hair is pitch black. So one gray hair will show. Yeah. It's very, very apparent because of my hair color, but very interesting. I don't know, but it's supposed to preserve, it's preserving my youth.
Hey.
We don't know.
Listen, man, I'm all for it. I keep saying, Transcend, man, they're a game changer.
I know. All right, you guys, let's take a little break for Mega Fit Meals. We'll be right back. When it comes to hitting your macros, Mega Fit Meals makes it so easy with their delicious macro-friendly meal prep options. Mike and I are constantly on the go these days, and these meals are a lifesaver during some of our busiest weeks. Whether you're craving chicken tenders, pizza, filet mignon, or even pasta, Mega Fit Meals has something for everyone. All meals are high in protein, made with quality ingredients, and designed to help you crush your health and fitness goals. And the best part, there's no subscription required, so you can order as you need. Save time without sacrificing nutrition. And if you want to try it for yourself, use our link in the description and enter code Janine for a discount. That's code JEANINE. MegaFit Meals has you covered. All right, you guys, let's talk about why eating more often leads to weight loss. We've talked about this before. It's probably been a while. But I do want to address it because it's often something that I do with my clients that seems to be very effective, but it's not what you think.
I know exactly why it is.
It's not what you think. A lot of people assume that when they eat more, they lose weight, and it's because they were in a starvation mode.
Yep.
And in starvation mode, your body stores everything that you eat as body fat, yada, yada. That's not really what's happening.
Nope.
There's a mathematical thing that happens when you eat more. What do you think it is?
Well, I just actually read this in my NASA book. It says when you increase calories, the client's more likely to adhere to the diet more efficiently, more properly.
Yes.
Versus you have them on lower calories and they're going to break. They're going to be dibbling and dabbling. They're not going to be accurate. They're going to report. They're not going to be reporting it accurately. You give them more to eat, they're happy, they feel better, more energy. They're more likely to adhere to that.
Correct. That is true. And that is what it is, you guys. I know you want to believe it's something else. That is what it is. That's the number one reason.
I'll tell you the other myth that I've been told. Oh, when you eat more, your metabolism gets faster. No, wrong.
So the number one reason is that, yes, you are more adherent to your calories, meaning you're less likely to snack, pick, lick, taste, all those things, pick at your kids' food. You are less likely to have just that little extra thing that you don't, that stuff accumulates. That accumulates. You're less likely to snack every time you go through the pantry. You are more likely to stay on track during the weekend because you feel more satisfied. The second reason, so that's your calorie intake's more accurate. So if you're supposed to eat only 1,200 calories, chances are you could be eating more like 1,600 calories a day. But say I bump it to 1,400, you're more likely to actually eat the 1,400. So see the difference right there? Also, when you have more energy in you, there's a fine line, right? The more you eat, the more energy you have, so the more you expend. See how I'm talking with my hands right now? If I was very hungry and very undernourished and eating very low calories, my body would preserve energy by having me not move my hands. I'd be like this.
True.
It's going to power down a lot of things so that you conserve energy. You're not going to want to do this. You're also, after your workout, instead of like buzzing around, running all your errands and doing laundry, you're going to park your butt on the couch because you're tired and your energy, your tank is empty. So by eating maybe 200 calories less, you're now burning 400 calories less in a day from less movement. So it's all still mathematics, and it is all still, are you creating a deficit? Are you creating a surplus? And the illusion is that, when you eat more, you lose weight, and it's got to be because it revs up your metabolism or whatever, but it's not really those things. It's really the reality of what happens when you do that.
Yeah.
And, I don't know why, but it triggers people a lot sometimes when I talk about their starvation mode really isn't a thing. Because truly, if you undereat and you are under eating calories and in a true deficit, you will wilt away. That's what happens to cancer patients. That's what happens to people in third world countries. Your body will you'll lose your muscle, then you'll lose all your body fat, and you will just wither to skin and bones. If starvation mode was a thing, those people that are not eating enough wouldn't be skin and bones.
I'll tell you why they're triggered. Because they've heard it over and over and over, and they've heard it so much on the internet, clickbait articles, whoever, from friends, family, heard it, and they want to believe it deep down in their core. So when you tell them the truth, they don't want to be wrong, so they want to fight you on it. Mm-hmm. But again, they have no background, they have no data, no facts, nothing. They just truly believe it, and they have nothing to back their claims. Mm-hmm. But the minute you call them out, they just, or not even call them out, just speaking on it. They want to be right so bad. So they want to argue.
Yeah, and I think maybe the perception is so crazy how it really truly does make a difference that they're just not realizing the things that are happening when they increase calories and the things they're not doing anymore, and they're just not realizing it, I think.
How many times have you heard clients, you and I don't think I'm eating enough, but the scale's going up? No, that's not what's happening.
All the time.
That's not people. That is not what is happening.
Mm-mm. Unless the only, There's outliers. And so one of those outliers is if you have somebody who's on an extremely restrictive diet for an extended period of time. So not a perceived restrictive diet where they perceive they're eating very little, but they're actually eating very little. Like they are eating very little for whatever reason for an extended period of time. Like for example, someone who's on a GLP-1, because their appetite is so diminished, they barely eat. If they come off of the GLP-1 and start eating, their regular appetite comes back and they eat a significantly more volume that they have maybe the previous year they ate very little, the metabolism is, suffering a little bit because for an extended period of time, if you actually are eating consistently low calories, your metabolism will slow down non-essential systems to preserve energy. It's a survival technique. But people perceive that happens much quicker than it does. It would take a significant period of time of eating consistently low calories. Typically, the issue is people eat a very low amount of calories for a short period of time, and then they come off the rails and eat a high amount of calories. That's usually what happens. Metabolic adaptation is not going to happen during that cycle, and that's the cycle that most people are in.
Yeah. 100%.
And so if you're experiencing a bump in calories is impacting in a positive way, maybe it's jumpstarting your weight loss or your workouts are becoming more effective, that is because you're more adherent and you have more energy. So you're more adherent to your calories. So even though they're higher, you're actually hitting them and not going significantly over. And then on top of that, you have better energy equally divided over those days for those workouts. Because if somebody eats very, very little, on those days you eat very, very little and you have a workout, those workouts are not going to be great, right? And then you eat the surplus all in the weekend, those aren't going to help your workouts. That surplus doesn't really help your workouts. It's all combined all together. But instead, if you just equally raise your calories, all of your workouts throughout the week are going to be better. You're going to expend more energy. You're going to feel better. And then you're going to go into the weekend with more self-control. So usually, lately, I've actually had a lot of my clients, I've been giving them little bumps because that's where they're at. I can get a feel. I wish I could kind of even describe when I do that and why I do that, but I can't because it's very different for every client. But I can usually get a feel when they need a bump in their calories. And it's usually very effective. And even small bumps, they love. And it really does impact the way they can distribute meals and everything. Even if it's like 100 calories, it makes a difference.
Yeah, you're right. It does.
Yeah.
Even when I go up 200 calories on my own, I feel the difference. I feel way better. Like you gave me a good piece of advice. You said instead of me going crazy on Saturday, bump it up from 24 to 28 and then try to keep that evenly throughout the week. Yeah. And it balances it out. I feel good.
Because it's giving you that extra 400 calories every day that you can put towards your workout.
Yeah.
You're going to be more energetic, expend more energy throughout the day. So those calories spread out are going to be a better benefit to you and a net calorie in your favor than if you combine them all and eat them on the weekend. Now, I think it's fine to do that once in a while, because if you're going to have like a vacation or you just are going to have an indulgent weekend, it's fine. But if you were to look at the effectiveness of spreading it out, that has more positive advantages because you're going to be able to reap the rewards daily of the extra calories.
Yes.
Whereas if you take 2,000 calories and combine it all into one day, you're not going to feel energetic. You're going to feel like you want to go to bed.
Yeah.
True.
You're right. That used to happen to me when I used to do those HIIT workouts and I was on a calorie deficit. I'd come home and I'd be done. I'd be tapped out on the couch. It's done. Wasted the day.
Yeah, that's actually like kind of on a different topic, but that is why sometimes HIIT's not the best either. People are like, oh, HIIT, I burn a lot of calories really fast.
You do, but. Yeah,
but it's at the expense of the calories that you're going to burn for the rest of the waking hours, which could be a lot more.
Yes.
So you're going to burn an extra 200 calories by doing HIIT. But because of that HIIT, you're so depleted for the rest of the day that for the rest of the 8 hours that you're up, instead of burning 800 calories, you're going to burn only 400. So now you burn an extra 200 calories in the HIIT class to give up 400 calories of NEAT. People do not put enough value into their NEAT calories.
They don't. I'll elaborate. So I get a lot of NEAT calories. I walk my dog every day, 3 miles minimum. Now, me and the wife, Janine, been walking to the gym daily. It was her idea. It's almost 2 miles there and back. That's extra steps. And then we run errands. That's even more steps. So you see, the majority of your calories you're going to burn throughout the day is all about movement. You're going to burn some in the gym lifting, but movement is where the bulk of your calories are at. Not sitting down all day and tired and hungover, whatever the case may be. Movement. You got to keep moving. House chores, yard work, just laundry, just getting up and moving, just moving throughout the day.
Yeah. So when when you bump up your calories, you're going to increase, your NEAT's going to increase, which listen, it's tenfold, right? It helps in multiple ways, because if your NEAT increases, that means you're more productive.
You're more productive.
Gettingshitdone.com, like we like to say.
I like saying that. Gettingshitdone.com. And your brain is firing. You're not all like, say you got to catch up on work, or you're working on a project, or you're working on anything. Your brain's all spazzed out from no energy,
I know. I hate when I feel that's brain fog.
Yes.
So that's another thing too, is when you're cutting your calories too low, you don't sleep as good. I don't think people realize that, but you really do not sleep as good.
Interesting.
You will wake up hungry.
Yeah.
Or you're in the middle of the night, you're just hungry.
Never. I've heard people do that. Like wake up. One of my clients was doing that. He woke up like at 1 a.m. one time and said, hungry. I was like, that's weird. I've never woken up hungry in the middle of the night, ever, throughout this whole process.
Yeah. There's actually there's some sort of a health thing. I can't even remember what it is right now. I think it has something to do with like your ability to regulate blood sugar. If you're waking up at like 2 a.m., that's an indication that I think your blood sugar is like running too high or something. I don't know. I read that somewhere. I mean, I'm not a doctor. Don't quote me, but how's your sleep been lately? Still good?
Man, like a log. Like your alarm goes off, I'm like, all right, time to get up. I feel good though. I mean, like I told you today, I had a good workout. Energy was good. Strength was good. I feel sharp for today's, we got a lot of talking to do today.
Yeah, a lot.
Let's see. But yeah, I've been sleeping real good.
Yeah. I've been sleeping good, because remember last week I had a couple of rough days. This week so far, I'm back. I'm back on track with the sleep, which is good.
And I think you hit the nail on the head. I think that testosterone's helping a lot.
Ever since you started taking the testosterone, that's when I noticed your sleep.
Yeah.
Huge difference.
Yeah.
Huge. So that in and of itself is what an amazing benefit.
Yeah, and I'm not losing no muscle either. A lot of times when you're doing a deficit, a cut, call it what you want, a lot of times you're losing muscle. You feel depleted. You feel weak. I feel none. I feel good.
You feel strong in the gym.
Yeah, I feel strong. Everything, hitting the bags hard, feel strong. Just my body feels strong and full. Mm-hmm. Like that picture when I got down to 165, that was too small. I was ripped and chiseled hard, but I looked like
your face
almost like a skinny little old man. Not skinny, but
yeah, that was when you're in the blue shorts.
Yeah.
Is that what you're talking about?
In the
your
back.
Face looked too skinny.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Yeah, I got chiseled, but nah.
You were just kind of obsessed with the scale for a while. I know what you did, because I did that too. I remember.
I was doing a lot of HIIT too.
No, but you for whatever reason were just chasing a number just because you wanted to prove that you could get to a number.
Yeah.
Even though that wasn't your ideal number.
No.
Yeah, it's kind of just like a challenge.
Yeah, and I did it.
Yeah.
I got to a number where I got to the scale at 165 to prove like, look, there's boxers. I'm bigger than Canelo, and I got under his weight. He competes at 168. I got under his weight. Now, 155 would have been too much. That's pro like.
You would have looked. You know what you would have looked like, Conor McGregor when we saw him in that one fight.
Yeah, he looked like he was on meth.
Oh, it was awful.
No,
what an awful look.
His face looked like Skeletor.
Yeah, you just never know. I was actually just going over a client, like what her plan is for the next few months, and I was explaining the different phases I want to take her through. And one of the phases, I said, listen, in this particular phase, when we get there, you'll need to know you won't see movement on the scale, but your body will change significantly. But I kind of like really plotted out. We have a really good game plan going on.
Yeah.
But I get excited. I love that stuff. To me, it's like It's a craft. When you have clients that are willing to do the work and they're going to like follow your lead and trust you.
Yes.
And then you see where they're going to go.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
It's like, it's a high for me.
I got a few of those.
Like, I love it. I love it. I am working on a few of those right now.
Yeah.
I have a good bunch of my clients right now that just re-signed in October. And I'm like, you know what? Each one of you, you're winners. Because October, a lot of people are like, oh, I'll see you in January. I'll take a break. But I have a big chunk that said, no, you know what? Pedal to the metal, no brakes.
Exactly, no brakes.
No
a brake's going to set you back. No brakes. You guys watching this? No brakes, no free passes.
I've been telling all my clients Happy New Year.
Yes.
So Happy New Year, guys.
Yep.
All right, you guys. Thank you so much. I'll see you in the next one.
See you.